we are getting ready for my favorite time of year, which is the fall. Okay, so for September, October, November, we have a lot of wonderful things planned, but let's start off by talking about what we have going on in September. So happy birthday to the Virgos. September, we have a wonderful array of choices for you, both holistically and spiritually, at the True Healing Center exclusively for the month of September. We have heard some of the requests about needing, emergency appointments and more availability, and I'm really happy to say you're going to see more of that in September. And as the months go on, you're going to see a lot more availability on a weekly basis for you to be able to get in for your appointments for the readings, as well as the somatic healing and all of the things I'm going to talk about in the next video. So we have Spiritual Sundays, the first Sunday of every month. We do a meditation, and they're a lot of fun. They're the ones we start at 11 o'clock. We wrap up around 12:15. Everyone that comes to the first Sunday's meditation gets entered to win a reading. So that's a lot of fun that we have. So the one that we have September 8th is going to be at 11 a.m. and it's going to be focused in on the root and the sacral chakras and letting go and starting over. So whether you resonate with that theme or you just want to come to the meditation, you're absolutely welcome. One thing that's different between the spiritual meditations and the holistic meditations, if you've attended them, is in the spiritual meditations, we leave a good amount of time to the body to be able to relax it, but we spend a lot of time in that spiritual exploration point. In the holistic, we're focusing mainly in on the body. We're spending the majority of our time with healing the body, with connecting to the body, with doing exercises on our own throughout the week to help manage our vagus nerve and our nervous system. So that leads me to the next question that you guys had is, what are somatics and what is being introduced? So if you're familiar with the work I've been doing over the past couple of years, we went from medical meditations to the medicine wheel to the holistic meditations, and I continue to evolve that education to bring you, the best knowledge and ability to holistically help yourself heal. Now, this is not a substitution for medical or psychiatric advice or your doctor or anything like that. It's to be used in tandem of that. I've been studying holistic and integrative mental health and physical health for a really long time, and bringing somatics into it this year has been really important. I have people in my life that struggle with POTS syndrome, if you're familiar with what that is, the nervous system, other issues that can come in for people, and why you might be interested in this class is someone who is in a high stress environment who cannot get out of fight or flight. This may happen because you may have ADHD, ASD, or just a high stress lifestyle, or you've been through a lot of trauma in the past few years. It's also good for people with Parkinson's disease, dysautonomia, a slew of other things that I'm blanking on right now, but all that information will be below. We're going to start in September with a 3-week series to really introduce this process with you. And you'll see more availability for classes and private sessions as the months go on as well. But what Soma is Soma is of the body. And the somatic healing classes are about the mind-body connection and being able to reconnect to your body, to connect that brain point to your vagus nerve, where we can come out of that fight or flight, have real rest, not be dealing with all of the muscle aches from the tension or the risk that puts on our heart and our blood pressure when we're in a high stress all of the time. So it isn't just our goal here to be able to bring you out of that high stress energy and to be working on your body while you're here at the classes at True. It is our goal that long term, over using these classes and the sessions and bringing your own exercises and movements and behavioral changes into your life, that it can be a huge transformation into physically what you're experiencing, the connection to the mind, and the emotions that we hold so deep in our body. So week 1 is a little bit more of an introduction of that. If you do all 3 weeks, you do save and it's $75 for all 3 sessions versus $30 for a drop-in. The first one is all about that vagus nerve, that nervous system reset, if you've not been to the meditations before or the workshops. The second week, we're going to go into somatic exercise, movement. This is exercise that is for everyone. It's not very physical. It's not very straining. You can do it in your seats. You can do it at your own level. It's about slow movement and opening up those chakras and connecting to the body and feeling safe in our body after things that have gone on in our lives. And then the third week, we're going to really look at how we store those emotions in the body and how we can kind of release them, not just to emotionally move on from situations, but to physically just altogether feel better and be able to have more control over calming ourselves down and being able to really look at things purposefully and with intention instead of constantly reacting to the crazy world that we're living in at this time. So if you have any additional questions about that, please feel free to message. I will put the information below if you have specific questions, if this is for you, what you think of it. For the people that will be taking the whole course, the 3-week series, we have things set aside for you in October for private sessions to be available. You will have first choice of those if you take the 3, but if not, they will still be available to you when we introduce more of a personal sessions, and those sessions will range from 30 minutes to 1 hour depending on what it is that you need, and they will be available because there are times when we are in high stress situations that we didn't really predict, and we need to be able to spontaneously have a grounding experience if we're unable to do that on our own. And I say that because I'm somebody who's always struggled with that. That's why I've been so passionate about learning this technique and helping others to do this. I can't think of anything else that you might want to ask, but if you do, again, connect with me. I want you to feel 100% comfortable and informed coming to this, and just know that this has been a long time coming to add in. If you want to know a little bit about my credentials as far as, what you may know me as, versus the behind the scenes things that have been happening over the past probably about 3 years. I've been taking a lot of certification courses in holistic healing, integrative mental health, the physical mind-body connection, certification to medical marijuana and CBD use. I'm also a pharmacy technician. This does not make me medical or a doctor or a substitution for that. We 100% encourage you to continue to have that in your life. This is just an alternative way to work with those doctors or with those psychologists to really help you heal and be the best version of yourself. The somatics coming in is another addition to a lot of the holistic work, the acupressure that you've seen in some of the classes, the reflexology that will be available. So what we're doing with this series is really taking all of that into one package to be able to help you really be grounded on your journey, really be intentional on your journey, and to help whatever health issues that you have manage that. With POTS, they don't really have any medications that fully manage that. So a lot of people need to have this holistic integration to really manage what is POTS syndrome. That's a whole other ballgame. But that's really what we're doing over here. I hope that this answers your questions. Again, if it doesn't, please feel free to reach out.